Coco Gauff has done it. She defeats Aryna Sabalenka in the final of Roland Garros. It was 3 sets. There was some dodgy conditions, but I thought on the whole it was a great match. I'm going to speak about it right now, and I'm so pleased for Coco Gauff. That's right. Coco Gauff wins in 3 sets, just like my prediction. And I must admit, my predictions haven't been too bad the back end of this event. I've had a few good ones on the men's as well. And I'm just really pleased that Coco Gauff was able to stay strong in these very challenging conditions. It was a match in which Sabalenka hit ridiculous amounts of unforced errors. I believe it was around 70 unforced errors, the most for Roland Garros this year. But there was some great moments from her as well. Some really good winners and some pressure moments where she played better than Coco. She won the first set in a tiebreak. She was serving for that set, I think on 2 occasions actually, and just was unable to get it over the line until the very final moment. 5-5 in the tiebreak. And she was able just to show a little bit more class in them final big moments than Coco Gauff. But I always believed in Coco. And after seeing that first set, I was very confident that if Coco keeps her head, keeps the level of maturity, keeps doing what she's doing, Sabalenka will beat herself. And it's very tough for Aryna Sabalenka because in every match, she has to beat the opponent and she has to beat herself as well, because she is the best player in the world. She is the most dominant tennis player in the world. But this year, she's got 0 Grand Slams to show for it. And ultimately, you're going to be remembered when it's all said and done for how many Grand Slams you've won. Sabalenka should be winning a lot more. And I would put that a lot of that down to unable to take opportunities in these big finals where she did it in that first set, but for the duration of the match, she made far too many mistakes. And it was really tough to see her after the match. But I'll speak about that in a second. Let's focus on Coco Gauff, the champion. And Paris is a very fitting place for her because she graduated not too long ago. She's only 21 years old. And from taking her graduation pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower, she's now going to be showing the trophy, I'm sure, tomorrow in front of the Eiffel Tower as well, because she's the champion in Paris. And I thought today, the grit and determination she showed, the focus, there wasn't much emotion on her face. She hit some fantastic shots. Very powerful, Coco Gauff. I thought the serving, especially some of the second serves, she could have done a little bit more on. And that's definitely an avenue for her to improve, especially when she got a bit more nervous. You felt the pace. You saw the pace coming off the ball on the serves. But Saba was missing anyway at that point. But Coco, just phenomenal performance, really. Just considering that the conditions were very tough for both players. It was windy. Wasn't sure if the rain was going to come. And I felt like if the rain was to and they had to close the roof, it could have caused more problems because then it would have disrupted the rhythm of Coco. It never happened that way. And every single thing she did in the match was, for me, more or less perfect. And I think she can be very pleased with herself. She's a very good clay court player. And I think this shows it. 2021, lost to Roland Garros champion. Same in 22. Same in 23. Same in 24. And of course, she was in the final in 25. So if she lost this final, she would have lost to the champion as well. But she won it. And she's up there with Iga for clay court players. There's no doubt about it. She has been a very consistent player. She struggled to close the gap with Iga at Roland Garros. She's been the more dominant force. But she's so young. And Sabalenka's 27. How many more opportunities is she going to get at this stage? It's tough to say, because you've got Mira Andreeva, Coco Gauff, and a whole array of other young players who are going to be hungry and fighting and ready than ever to try and take some success away from her. And Coco Gauff certainly did do that today. Her parents were there in the crowd. I've just watched an interview with them, I think with some American broadcaster, and they were so super emotional. The dad was wearing a lion on his top. He said the reason he's got a lion is for the US Open. He had a top with Imagine, And of course, she went on to win the US Open. And this one was to try and counteract, of course, the tiger, because he needed a lion to fight with a tiger, which is Sabalenka. I believe she's got a tiger tattoo as well. But they are so supportive of her. They're always there. You could sense the nerves on their faces and the emotion. The camera kept panning over to them. And Coco, she thanked her parents, brothers, and loved ones after becoming the first American Roland Garros champion since Serena in 2015. There's been a lot of good American players doing well this year. Madison Keys lost in a tight 3 sets to Coco Gauff, but won the Australian Open at the start of the year. And this is what Coco had to say. She said, "I'd like to thank my parents. You guys have done a lot for me, from washing my clothes to keeping me grounded and giving me the belief that I can do it. You guys probably believe in me more than I do myself. I really appreciate and love you guys. To my brothers at home, you're the reason I do this. You inspire me more than you know. To all of my family at home, thank you. I'd like to thank my team. 3 finals, but I got the most important one. I guess that's all what matters. You guys have been a joy to be around, and you guys are individually truly great people, pushing me and also making it fun. I know sometimes I'm not the easiest and I can be so serious." She certainly is serious. I mean, I saw it on her face throughout. But you remind me there's more to life than tennis. That's what makes me play better on the court. Thank you individually to all of you. I appreciate you guys so much. And it was super emotional. There's her parents and there's the lion, as you can see. Watching her win here today, it was never really in doubt for me. I thought even after that first set, she's going to come back and win this one. It was so close. You couldn't really separate them. I just feel like if she kept doing what she was doing in her game, she had enough. She was getting to a lot of the drop shots. She played some very clever shots, some crafty angles, and Saba was missing a lot. And I'm not going to just put this all on Coco playing well. Saba handed it to her in many moments because she just made far too many unforced errors. There was a period in the third, maybe in the second as well, where Sabalenka every single shot was an unforced error for a while. And it was giving a very simple hold for Coco Gauff on a few occasions without having to do anything. And you just can't do that at this level. And, Sabalenka was very open about her performance. She did apologize to everyone. She was breaking down crying. She said, "I'm sorry for this terrible final." And this is what they said. An emotional Aryna Sabalenka broke down in tears after losing the Roland Garros final. A tough moment for world number one, who fought all tournament long. She certainly did fight right to the end. There was spells in the third where she could have maybe broken back and got back on serve to cause some more problems. But yeah, it just didn't materialize like that for her in the end, because she then followed it up with a good little fight back and then more unforced errors. And you just can't do that at this level. Is it going to impact her now, considering she's got to 2 finals, lost both of them? You need to make it count why you're the best player in the world. And she is the best player in the world. I think if Saba was to have played at her best without making so many mistakes, like she has done for most of the tournament and most of the year, then she probably could have won this match. I don't want to take anything away from Coco, but it's always slyly on Aryna Sabalenka's racket. I'm just going to have a little look at the point by point just to refresh my memory on certain parts, because in that third set, I just want to make sure I get this correct. Yeah, so it was at one point, she broke back to 3-0, then got broken again, then the consolidation of 5-3, and then the first match point wasn't taken. We had a break point to level it up, and I was a bit nervous, and Coco then stood strong. She got a little bit lucky, I think, with a miss hit, and Saba didn't do anything. She played a bit too safe, and Coco passed her at the net. But all in all, I enjoyed the final. There's been some criticism saying it wasn't a high level and there was far too many mistakes, which I can understand. But there were certain spells of the match for me, which was fascinating. And I really enjoyed the tactical battles, specifically in that first set between the two of them, because Coco, you could see her brain computing every little thing Saba was throwing at her, and she come out victorious. And I'm so pleased, because we've seen some similarities now with the GOAT, Serena Williams, who won the US Open as a teenager, won the WTA finals the year she turned 20, won Roland Garros the year she turned 21. And Coco has done exactly the same thing. Maybe it's destiny. But there you go. That is my thoughts of the final of Roland Garros. That's the end for the women. We've still got a massive men's match to come up with Sinner versus Alcaraz. But let me know your thoughts on the women's final. Do you think Sabalenka can respond? Do you think this is going to damage her confidence? There was some double thoughts towards the end as well. And how do you feel for Coco Gauff? Are you pleased? Did you think it was going to happen? My predictions have been quite good. And if that is something to go by, then Sinner is going to win tomorrow as well. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon.